Hung Hao. Yeah, pretty good.
I'm getting there, or so
Welcome
I'm told.
to welcome to the Singing Success Show. And Wu Jiao, Brett Manning. My name is Brett Manning.
With Joe Dustin.
Yeah, Nina, and you. We'd like to know you.
We're
So
waiting here.
yes, speak louder. Can't hear you. Well, eventually I will. Anyway, have more fun than a barrel of something.
Too much. I still don't know why I'm here.
I don't know why I'm here either. I just got born. You know, I was born at a very young age.
Right?
But okay,
I should
so
probably start the podcast.
our topic today is vocal therapy, and what a perfect day to do this. We talked about doing this one a little bit later. We moved it up because you.
I am coming off of a cold right now, so I'm really trusting you. And I'm putting it all out there for the interwebs to judge.
like right now, he's got a 3-note range. We're gonna see if we make it
2.5. Let's
two
be
and a
honest.
half. We're gonna see if we make it 5 notes. Like one, you know. And here's the funny thing: what people don't realize, do you know the most recorded and performed song in all of history only has 5 notes, and then it repeats the top note. So 6.
I'm sure you don't actively think about that, but
It's just
when you say it, it kind
it's
of
a
makes sense.
pentatonic scale, and you could start it on the black notes.
Oh yeah,
It's an octave.
yeah. Chanel killed that
Yeah, she killed it.
a few
It's
episodes
an
ago.
octave. A lot of people struggle with that song. It's just the low note feels too low and the high note feels too high. But we're showing if you can get just an even octave and a half, it means you can sing Amazing Grace in 6 different keys. Yeah, what key do you want? You know, and if you can do it in 2 octaves, it means you can do it in 12 different keys. You know, so if you can vocalize that much, that's why when people, I think you've heard me say, people come up to me all the time and say, "Oh, I have a 4-octave range," and they're at the college. I go, "No, you don't. I'm not trying to be mean. You don't." Well, yeah, I do. Actually, you don't. If you have a 4-octave range, it means you can sing Star Spangled Banner in 30 different keys. Go. They go, "Oh, gosh, that's a hard song." Really? That's because that's an octave and a half. So this scale that we've normalized, and here this, that's an octave and a half. And if you can do all those notes with your mouth open, you've got the Star Spangled Banner. So you're here. You're from is a low Star Spangled Banner. So turn the rockets red clear up there, right? So every time you do this scale, that's a Star Spangled Banner. Star Spangled Banner. Star Spangled Banner, another key. And you've done these scales, and you've stretched out 3.5 good octaves back in the day. And right now, we're just recovering your voice. So explain your situation so that people watching this can understand and relate to you.
Sure. Well, if you haven't listened to previous episodes, we do from time to time allude to the fact that Nashville is one of the worst places for allergies in the country, period. So wintertime around here, already a bad thing. I've been traveling a lot for work. I played it in Vegas last weekend, so already started with a lot of sinus issues. Flew to the desert, dried it all up, and then flew back, and then played a gig that night. Immediately was in bed for 2 days, just like pounded into the ground. So we're starting fresh. Now, granted, I don't do a lot of frontman stuff anymore, mostly background vocals. But as you were saying on one of our previous episodes, being able to move from head to chest and everything in between is huge when being able to blend with other singers as a background vocalist. So that's why this stuff is so important.
That's right. So let's see what happens. If we go back to, so you got this little stuff, doesn't have the corona. You got
We checked it.
tested, so we're good over here. So you're not going to catch anything. I'm not going to catch anything. But we talked about the very first thing is get the chords together. And if you can get a little bit of vocal fry when you say, yeah, do that. Yeah. Now let's say you couldn't do that. You went, yeah. Go ahead. So if you're going, yeah, and you can't get the chords together, then you have to get some extra level of compression. You can do that with just a simple plug your nose and say, like a B. So you hear the beatboxers going, So do that. And the chords are closed. That chord closure is necessary in order to make tone. A raspy voice is raspy because it slips. The chords blow apart, and the more they blow apart, the more they're going to be apart. So you'll sing like this, and eventually every note gets scratchy. And I've had people for years that come in here and they start singing, and they go, oh, my voice feels really scratchy. I said, yeah, because your chords are weak. They're not quite coming together, and they actually can create too much breathy singing, can create not textured singing. You and I know the difference.
Sure.
Breathy singing is like this, almost a whisper. Whispering is the worst thing you can do to your voice. The best thing you can do is talk as clear and concise as possible. That doesn't mean you can't add texture. This is a texture, and that's fine. I can talk up here, and I can talk down here. And I can talk edgy, and I can talk brassy. But the second I start adding this and it starts to slip, then there's something wrong. And so getting that little bit of, do that again. And it goes from there to the NG, ang.
Oh.
So if you say song, just remember you're singing, right? So think song. Song.
Song.
And we're going to go song. Comfortable range. Stay in the NG. It's slippery, but we're going to stay there. Good. Now you can hear the rasp in there. It doesn't bother me because it's coming together. Now he's got a little more octave already. All the way to middle C. Back here. Now this is all chest voice. Now we deepen the scale. NG. Faster stretch. So you're going to do about 2 or 3 exercises, and you're going to rest 3 or 4 minutes. Here, I know your voice, so we can do a little bit quicker. So the next one, we'll go back to the vocal fry again. Say, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did I ever show you the vocal fry hack when you can't get your vocal fry to come out?
I don't think you did.
Okay, that Luke, I am your father, right? When he says, and you're breathing heavy, so you feel the cool air hitting your throat. Go, see, when you haven't just dry out your voice, what happens? This happens, right? That vocal fry. So it's a very counterintuitive measure that I understand that, like, people walk around in cold air and they come inside and their voice is a little groggy afterwards. Or when you wake up in the morning, you're dehydrated, and the dehydrated voice is going to be right here. It's a protective measure that God gave us so that our vocal cords wouldn't come smacking together hard without any lubrication. So they're just barely rumbling.
Makes sense.
And you drink water and start hydrating and warming up, and it can be harder to get to vocal fry unless you've developed a really strong internal edge. So if you can go from to e or narrow vowels on a vocal fry. So anytime I narrow the vowel, I pull myself out of my chest voice towards my head voice. So if I'm going and flipping, I say I was working with a very famous female rock singer years ago, and she says, "Hey man, my voice is trash. I can't sing today. I don't know what I'm going to do." I said, "Don't panic. God cares more about your voice than either one of us. So let's just first chill." She says, "Oh, that's good to hear." I'm like, all right. I said, "Don't worry about it. It ain't even about you." And I said, "Either your voice is coming back or it's not." And I'm walking on the beach at Lake Michigan for a family vacation in Muskegon, Wisconsin area. Anyway, so walking on the beach down this pier, and people are looking at me as I'm making all these sounds with her, and she's just going, ee. She went from right here, where she could barely talk, it just sounded horrible, to e, and then eventually, e, and you can hear underneath the e, necessarily connects the bridges from chest to head. If you're E, the E won't let you break, as you already know. So do that. Go E. Already you got it. E. Oh. And it's starting to get clear already. Oh. More groggy. Now, the more groggy, more vocal fry you can hold on to, the higher you're going to go with less pressure. So the tendency is for most singers is to want to slip, to go and blow air, get rid of air. It's all chordal. Oh, do that one.
Oh, so you
Right.
kind of slip.
Yeah, it's all right.
tough.
Oh, that's it. See that groggy pulled you there. Now go. Oh. He gets a free voice lesson. Oh. And he hasn't even been up there at all because of sickness. Now, the next thing he's going to do, add some weight to that. Coo, 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 coo. Slightly. Coo, 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 coo. Let's get more presence. Coo, 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 coo. Bravo, brother. Coo, 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 coo. 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 Now, from there, we're going to test it and see if he can get a little bit. We got the pharyngeal. Normally, I'd do a lot more space in between sessions or exercises. To see what happens. If you say, just go ahead and cry, and it's going to be the deepest cry. Go, if it's normal, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Now, that's an octave and a half. That means he's got the Star Spangled Banner. If you can do that loud. If you can do that quiet, you eventually lean into it a little bit. Bravo. It's getting better. See, there's some head voice. Bravo. It's coming alive. Voice is waking up. Wow, I didn't expect that. Now we hear a little bit of the crinkly in there, so go back to the vocal fry. Oh, so easy. Same note.
Dude, I could barely talk before we started this. I'm serious.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
not a joke, people. I'm serious.
That really is amazing. And you know, you've experienced it before, but
Sure.
we kind of never get tired of it.
No.
The miracle of that. It's like the miracle of music, period. We never get tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you sense this from me, that when you first worked with me 11 years ago, that I was really zealous as a teacher. I was really passionate. And that's only increased. You'd think I'd get bored. But, you know, it's like drums. I think there's times where you can be like, but then you find something new and you're like, I love this.
Yeah.
I love it even more. Or you play with an artist that you like, or you experiment with different styles. And same thing here. Is the more I experience with voice, some people think, do you just get tired of playing scales all day? Sometimes I do get tired of playing scales. What I don't get tired is hearing people have breakthroughs.
Sure.
It's just because it just doesn't matter. It's like the kid, you're on your second child.
Mm-hmm.
You just get tired of watching a childbirth. Did you think the second one you're not going to be emotional?
No.
And then instead, the second one you're just as emotional, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
Just
wow.
like you get to see a miracle happen twice.
Yeah.
Let alone once.
The first time you have this expectation of it, and then the second time you're like, I love this even more. And like every subsequent child I had, I like literally just I cried more like a baby. The first time I didn't cry, I was like, wow.
You're more receptive to it.
Yeah. First time I was like, wow, cool, baby. Second time I was like, wow, cool, baby. Third time, you know, it's a miracle.
You're crying with them.
Yeah, and it's almost like the things that we're passionate about, we can get deeper into them. So even right now, hearing you know, I haven't vocalized you in a while. Even right now, I forget how good your top voice is. Just your
whatever.
head voice, beautiful, man.
Thank you.
And yeah, bro. Let's go back and do these shout outs. We usually do this in the beginning.
yeah,
But
yeah, we
we'll
got
talk
lost.
about this right now. The first, Haley Williams, and she's doing.
Oh yeah, she's doing a solo record.
Yeah,
I heard that on the radio this morning. I actually heard the first single and it's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Haley, as you know, I was blessed to work with her for 9 years, and works with a beloved colleague of mine out in LA right now that I really love him, and we do a lot of similar things. And he's just so fantastic. I ran into her the other day, and she was so sweet. She saw my daughter, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, you're taller than me now. I haven't seen you since you were like 4."
I
And she
bet,
hugged
yeah.
her, and she goes, "Can I have a hug?" And Tess goes, "Yes." She goes, "You're so beautiful." And she was just so sweet to her. And this is Caleb. Oh my gosh, Caleb, I haven't seen you since you were little too. You're just, she was just so sweet and wonderful. So you ever see Haley and just give her a big hug, and she's a hugger. You know, she's wonderful. But Pedals for Armor,
Yep, that's the name of the new record.
and it's the North American UK European tour. I'm looking off of paper just in case you're wondering. 2020 show. It's a small show for more intimate audiences, kind of singer-songwriter ish.
I respect that too, because I mean, coming off of the Paramore thing, which was huge. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the band and
Me too.
everything of the like. Stripping it down to these more intimate shows, just it brings to light the real talent that's there, because the situation around you isn't hiding
That's right.
anything.
That's
Which is
right.
great. So I'm excited to see what comes of that. I did also hear that that record will be out May 8th. I believe I heard on the radio
May
this morning.
8th.
So
Awesome.
definitely check it out.
Yeah, she's, you know, most people don't know this, but she can sing like Mariah Carey, like she's bored with it. Back in the day, most people thought,
It's
You mean
ridiculous.
she sings rock? Because I've heard her sing R&B. She started with country with me. And she's like 12 years old.
I believe
But she
it.
could sing anything. She just, yeah, if it's just music. And you know that. You're diverse. And I think I'm diverse too much so that people think, man, yeah, he's schizophrenic.
What does he do?
Yeah, I'm schizophrenic, and so am I.
We shouldn't do that.
80s joke. So, next one, TJ Harris.
Oh, TJ Harris, My Kind of Country, that new single that's out.
Yeah.
I've heard great things.
Talk about TJ Harris. If you go on to singingsuccess.com, you can see TJ's incredible testimonial on there. I think it's also on YouTube. He was in Decipher Down. He still is in Decipher Down, tours with them, and now he's doing a solo country career, but he's still doing the Christian rock thing too. This dude is so deep. He continuously gets better. I've known him for about 12 years and kept vocalizing him. And he tells a story in his live performances whenever I'm there. It was nice enough to give me a shout out and said, I started doing these exercises, immediately experienced singing is easier. Because like there's a big quote up on my wall here that says, the way you warm up is the way you're going to sing.
Yeah.
And it means if you don't have a good warm up, you're probably going to see same thing with you. You don't just like grab the sticks and start playing. You have a warm up routine. You know?
Correct.
You got to get loose. And same thing with the singer. And so as he started warming up, he was singing better, but he still would lose his voice all the time. But then eventually something, like you say, clicks.
Clicked, yeah.
Like we talked about last time, No Guts, No Glory, where first you're real rigid and everything's stiff, and then suddenly just, it's almost like, when you're young, you learn to drive. The first time you see people going for a relaxing drive, and you're like, what is this about? Because you're 16, you're gripping the
Monkey
steering
gripping,
wheel.
yeah.
You're so hard you get out, your back hurts, everything, your hands hurt. You're like, wow, I've been driving. And then eventually you're like,
For better or for worse.
Yeah, for better or worse, you're just relaxing and you
Maybe
chill.
some of us should be focused more.
Yeah, a little more intense. But if you're gonna, drive thousands of miles, and that's what it is. The career is about. You learn to drive for thousands of miles, and T.J. Harris has put thousands of miles of good technique on his voice, so that I've seen him where he says, "Yeah, I feel horrible today." Nobody knew it, and he's singing F sharps, and he looks like that. He's just like as effortless as anything. His face literally looks like this, like my face, because I do it easy, because I put thousands of miles on my, instrument, you know? And so I can trust it. You have to push through to the place from doubt to trust. And doubt is something that we all start with inescapably.
Sure.
Trust is a place where you know. Doubting is I don't know. Trust means I know.
Yep.
And
a
so
lot of people don't put in the work between doubt and trust to get to where they can lean on trust.
that's right. That's right. Well, we had also here top 2 tips when you're sick. Okay. I mean, everybody will say water, 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 but the problem is most people don't still drink enough water. Do you drink enough water?
I try to do a gallon a day.
That's amazing. I try to do close to a gallon a day. Some days a little under, some days a little over. If I work out, sometimes I'll do a gallon plus about a quart, so about 5 quarts of water a day. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But you know that most people don't.
Maybe half, if that.
Yeah. I knew a singer who said, I said, you drink more water. He said, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I finally said, I keep telling you, you keep getting sick. Your voice always feels trashed. And I keep telling you, drink more water. How much water do you drink a day? And he goes, well, I had a glass of water this morning. And it was like 8 o'clock at night. He goes, that's all you had? He goes, yeah. And then I've had several Cokes and probably about 5 cups of coffee.
Yikes.
Well, first of all, coffee dehydrates you.
Right.
It's wonderful. I love it.
Same.
But just you got to have the water. For every cup of coffee you drink, you need 2 cups of water just to get back to neutral.
Cancel it out, yeah.
Yeah. And same thing with every glass of wine or every beer you have. For 1 beer, 1 glass of wine, 1 serving of whiskey, 1 serving of alcohol, standard serving of alcohol, you'll need 2 drinks to rehydrate. Or a little bit of even Gatorade.
Yep.
Coconut water helps to hydrate you as well.
I love coconut water.
Yeah, me too. It is a natural diuretic, so it can actually.
Right. Yeah.
It's
If you're
weird.
getting on stage, maybe not have too much of that.
Yes,
Nothing worse than
that's
getting on
right.
stage and having to go to the bathroom.
Well, and some people end up feeling dehydrated from coconut water because it is a diuretic, so it starts to push water out. But the minerals that it has is, I think, what is it, 15 times Gatorade or something? It's just
I believe
crazy.
It, yeah.
Yeah, it's just nuts. And because these coconut trees are growing close to the ocean, so you got all the minerals of the ocean. You know, you think as a singer, you're trying to stay healthy. As you stay healthy, you need water, proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals, right? Protein is probably, next to water, the most important thing you'll put in your body. And most good sources of protein have all your vitamins and minerals. Problem is, your body how many ounces or pounds of vitamins do you think you have in your body? Just take a guess.
Vitamins? Oh, goodness.
A pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds?
Sure. Oh, we'll go with a pound.
2 to 3 ounces. I'll go with a pound.
I'll go with a pound. I'm
Sounds
not good
good
with numbers.
Not bad good. Seems high. I'll go with 80. Seems high. 2. 2 to 3 ounces of vitamins in your body. That's like 2 to 3 tablespoons of vitamins in your body. That's nothing.
Yeah.
What percentage of your body do you think is minerals? 1%, 2%?
Oh, shoot. I'd probably say on the low end, 1% maybe.
6% minerals. 6% minerals. It's unbelievable. That means if you weigh 100 pounds, you have 6 pounds of minerals in you.
Wow.
That's, if you're me, you got about 9-10 pounds of minerals in your system. 10 pounds of minerals. That's like a big gallon jug of minerals. That's a lot. And so, as opposed to 2 to 3 ounces of vitamins. So getting the right amount of minerals is what keeps you hydrated. When you have the poor amount of minerals in your body, you get dehydrated. And what are people mostly dehydrated or deficient in minerals? Zinc.
Zinc, yeah.
You've heard about that. You can get liquid zinc and you put it in your
Maybe
mouth. And
iron
if
as
it
well?
dries out your mouth, it means you're deficient. Isn't that interesting? If it doesn't
okay.
dry out your mouth, you're not. And most Americans are severely deficient. And zinc also helps what? Immune system, right?
Oh, yes.
It's all zinc and vitamin C, right? But people don't talk about D. So you need vitamin D for your minerals. And D2 doesn't digest as well as D3. D2 does not, is it right? Did I get it right? D2 or D3? I think it's
I'm
D3.
sure somebody will say something in the
Yeah,
comments.
someone, comment and correct me. I'll take it. I might write something
Please,
in the
we need
description
your
as well.
critiques.
So the D3 with vitamin K1, I think it is your body absorbs that the best, and you need vitamin D to absorb calcium, and calcium is the number one mineral you have to put in your body, and we don't get enough of it. So people who have the right amount of calcium, the calcium is very high on the alkaline chart, turns your body alkaline, keeps you from getting sick. If your body's acidic, you have this pH balance. It starts at 6 at neutral, right? It starts going net. 7 is alkaline. Is it 7 is neutral? Does
I thought
anybody
it
know?
was 7.
7 is neutral. My bad. 7 is neutral.
Yeah.
And then you get to 8, 8.5, and it's logarithmic. So that would be 10 times more alkaline, and then 9 would be 100 times, and 10 would be 1,000, kind of like an earthquake. Logarithmic is when every point higher is 10 times more than the point before. Same thing with acidic. And if it's acidic, your body's going to get sick easier. Your body wants to be about 7.5.
Yeah, slightly over, yeah.
And your skin should be 7.6, and your skin should be 6.5. Skin slightly acidic, which gives you a little bit of oil. Like when we said at our first one, I asked him, "How are you doing?" He said, "Radiant." Yes, of course, because we moisturize. But you moisturize, you get that acidic glow, and that's because on the outside you're not only are hydrated, but your mineral balance is correct. So I'm nerding out on you. I know some of you are like,
Nerd alert.
nerd alert. Some of you are like, science me to death. I hate you. But
Well,
it's
there's only about 2 people.
two
still.
people,
Yeah,
3. No, it's 3. They all take 8-hour shifts representing our audience.
we pay them well.
works out perfectly. So you get those your alkaline, your body alkaline, and you don't get sick. But it's interesting. The skin needs to be slightly acidic, and your body needs to be slightly alkaline. You get too alkaline. It's called alkalitosis or something like this. It's what you get if you're on a desert, not a desert island. You're deserted out in the middle of the ocean, and you think, well, there's water everywhere, but it's only salt water.
Obviously can't drink it.
So you can't drink it. Interesting thing is, ocean water, if you can get pure ocean water, is really, really, really healthy. So when you go swimming in the ocean, you get a little bit of ocean water in you, and as long as it's a pure part of the ocean, like where we like go 30A, is real clear, beautiful water. That water is really high in magnesium, which also helps you sleep, helps your digestive tract, helps kill allergens. Magnesium in the air, in the ocean air, actually sinks into the pores of your air. You're not supposed to touch your eyes with your fingers, right? Your tear ducts actually is where germs go into them, because most people think tear ducts do what?
Expel, yeah.
Yeah, but a duct is what? A drain.
Hmm.
So saying there's the aqueduct, it's a place where the water duct drain. So you have your tear ducts, it tear drains. So otherwise you'd have tears streaming down your face all day, because your body produces tears all the time. And when you cry, it's like the tear ducts are like, hey, I can't keep up with this. And they start going down your face. You're like, crap, no, I'm not crying, you're crying. Movie's not that sad. I just have allergies,
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, never done that before, ever. Never watch a movie with your lady and you're like trying to blow your eye dry.
I do that when she makes me watch The Bachelor every time.
Yeah.
Crying in agony.
Crying like, kill me. So Hachi, A Dog's Tale. Have you seen it? You'll lose your mind.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, you cry so hard, you're like, ugly face, snot running down your face. Tear ducts, whenever you touch your skin and you got dust on there, that gets down into those ducts, and you get molds and other allergens and pollens and pollutants, and those create the plugged tear ducts, and it creates it creates an allergic response through your body. And so you can wash the tear ducts out. You can use like a little just aloe vera, or the Entertainer's Secret, which I usually have sitting around here. You can spray a little bit there and just dab it. You make sure your fingers are clean, and then you can wash out your tear ducts.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's another little health hack.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here first. Unless you've gone to Dr.
Unless
Quisling.
you already knew that.
Unless you know that you heard it your second or 12th. So make sure that whatever you do, if you're feeling sick, You wash your hands all the time. Don't touch your eyes. Realize that washing your hands and putting antibiotic soap on your hands does nothing for a virus. That's harsh. Nothing. If you touch it, it doesn't matter. Viruses are not alive. They're dead until they go into the body, and then they attach to cells. And there's a whole. I'll attach a YouTube video along with that so you can understand the difference between virus and bacteria. Bacteria is living. Bacteria goes in your body. Bacteria is amazing. You know you can have more bacteria in your body than cells.
I have heard that.
Trillions.
It's mind blowing.
It is crazy. More bacteria in your body than cells. More good bacteria. And bad bacteria wins. You start dying. But you don't have these viruses in your body. Viruses are bad, and they're tough to kill. And so you don't take an antibiotic for a virus. And if you do that, what happens? You've weakened your immune system. Your body's like, man, you've already shut me down. I don't even know what to do. I don't know how to fight this.
Right for the picking.
So it's important that you have a good healthcare specialist that you trust.
And a good vocal coach.
And a good vocal coach. And a good nutritional regimen. And these are some tips that will help you to stay healthy vocally. Thanks for joining. I'm Brett Manning.
I'm Dustin Small.
See you soon.